Hey guys, Greg here, Bone Tactical. Huge, massive unboxing today. It's Christmas Day and tons of really cool stuff. This stuff is backed up for a couple months because I've been out of town, and I'm really happy to be able to show you guys some really cool stuff. I'm gonna jump right into it and just start unboxing because there's so much of it. But let me first say, I put all this stuff into the production phases. So if any of it is even worth testing, if it doesn't just fall apart or look like so much junk right off the unboxing that it's just pure junk, then it will continue into testing phases and I will get this stuff into videos. So if I say in the video it's amazing and I stand behind it, it's probably because I know the company, I've already used their stuff. But most of the time in these videos, I'm gonna either say this is junk, cancel it off here, don't buy it, or I'm gonna say stay tuned for the testing of this product, and then you guys will be able to go from there and see if it's really worth buying or not. So there's always videos dropping on the channel where the stuff that was unboxed previously is being used. Watch those videos and key off of those videos if you're actually really looking to buy stuff that you see in these unboxing videos. Let's go right ahead and get started. Here is Glorifier electronic earbuds. Really excited about these. I have worked with Glorifier in the past. I have their ear muff style, just basically a Chinese copy of what everybody wears at the range. They're even OD green, and I like them a lot. So I am very excited about these earbud version. I'm gonna be shooting with these, okay? So doing some training, firearms training with these. Glorifier is like just a Chinese, reseller. And from what I've seen, they make a lot of really cool stuff. The case looks cool, and it's very affordable. So yeah, definitely. These are, plastic's a little chintzy. And they're a little, kind of a little bit, I don't know. I'm going to have to get them into testing. Like I just told you guys a little bit a while ago. They do look squared away, and I've been using their full, like Peltor style ones for a very long time now. So excited about getting these Glorifier Bluetooth shooting earplugs into rotation. Artisan cutlery, okay? Let's see what the heck this is. Opening boxes today with the NPE Ghost Knife. Artisan cutlery, high quality precision knives. I believe this one is the super hyped MagnaCut steel. We'll see here in a second. Already I'm liking the very popular little tri-style of design here on the handle. It's very light, so it's very possibly titanium or aluminum. CPM MagnaCut blade, very sharp, very, very light. Definitely a really cool gentleman's pocket knife. Seems a little flimsy with the lock. It is, it has all of the stuff that you're supposed to see on what you want to look for a folding knife. So, so far it looks pretty great. I would say if this is MagnaCut for you guys out there wanting MagnaCut, if it's real, if it's really MagnaCut, it says MagnaCut on it. It's a little bit harder to get MagnaCut. There's at the time of filming this video, there's been some rumors going around they're not going to make any more of it, but let me tell you this, guys. So this is, for those of you guys wanting just buying something out of MagnaCut, I'm already just going to recommend this knife because it's it's really squared away for the price. Really cool looking folding knife. As a collector, I like to collect every once in a while something that strikes my fancy, and I might add that to my collection if I don't give it away. Most of the knives I give away. We've got a ton of knives here, but I will say something about MagnaCut while I'm opening this Dispatch here, because we've got like a bunch of knives from Dispatch. 1, 2, we got a ton. I'm going to show you real briefly all of these knives. I'm going to open all these knives from Dispatch. So since we're doing Dispatch, there may be more knives that come through here from Dispatch. That other one was Artisan Cutlery, link in description below. As I'm opening this Dispatch, let me really say MagnaCut, MagnaCut, MagnaCut. If you guys want to hear about it, it started out as a marketing gimmick, in my humble opinion. I really think that CPM is running another marketing gimmick with telling people that it's gonna be sold out, and I just cannot find anywhere. I've used a lot of their super steels, and I just cannot find anywhere that you see results, what they're claiming. At laboratory results versus real use, the only thing really great about those knives is that they're maybe a little bit stainless. Other than that, they're just not. It's just overhyped stuff, guys. So don't fall for the tricks and hypes of a name of a steel. If MagnaCut stops making it, the industry will be fine. Better off, in my opinion, because we'll be able to, as intelligent knife makers, start using great steels again, like 5160, 15N20, or my own proprietary super steel that are the best steels on the market for hard use and actual performance knives. And a good customer or a good knife user isn't gonna freak out over a knife that may have a speck of discoloration from oxidation on there. And their knives, you guys aren't gonna let your knives be completely destroyed due to rust because you know how to take care of them. So maybe MagnaCut might be good for a scuba diver or something, if it's even that stainless. But let's keep going right along. Dispatch knives. This particular dispatch is the Tactical Fixed Blade DP0104SD. And let's see. Okay, pretty cool. What I'm seeing is basically what I would consider to be a dive knife, but like a slim tang. It's not a full tang, but the very small tang might go the full length of the handle. I can tell from the balance, it's definitely not full tang. Very, very, very poor quality workmanship and materials here. So you may get a cheap price, and this right here is a very poor quality, but it looks super cool. So if you guys are out there wanting like a military dive knife, Navy SEAL looking style knife, this is it right here. Dispatch, and definitely super low quality materials, super low quality production knife here, but we will get into testing. I can tell you right away it is not gonna withstand any kind of testing whatsoever. The sheath is terrible. It's gonna break apart as soon as we try to use any of that. But it is really cool looking and probably very cheap. This is the Dispatch Fixed Blade hunting knife with sheath. Okay, so this is a hunting knife from Dispatch. The theme of Dispatch, and I have worked with them before, and the theme with their knives is that they're cheap, right? And this is another really cool looking knife. This is a double, just absolutely terrible design here that this knife is just kind of almost as an afterthought, stuck in, onto the thing here. Just one of these terrible hunting knife style, whatever, survival, really poor, Rambo looking knives that does pretty much nothing well and made out of the cheapest, junkiest materials you can get. But again, when I was a kid, this is what I used. This is the kind of knives. I didn't have a lot of money, It took me working a whole summertime just to buy a gas station knife when I was a kid. And that's what these are. These are gas station knives. And, if some kid can get to be able to have his big, cool, tactical blade in the woods and get some practical experience taking care of a knife, sharpening a knife, learning how to use a knife, if that's what Dispatch does for somebody, more power to them. This knife is going to cut. It's going to work, guys. So if you can afford an incredible knife like one of the ones on the wall behind me, that's awesome. If you can't, a company like Dispatch, they're doing us a service making these cool looking, really junky blades. And I wouldn't say that I would bet on carrying one of these for self-defense. You know what I mean? This has a lock, very, one of those things on there similar to what, you saw with Benchmade. And so if you like, it's sharp, very sharp. So if you like that, very, very tight, but it's adjustable. So, I'm sure with some practice, you could probably flip it, open and close. This is, similar to like the Benchmade. I think it's the Griptilian, very similar knife. And if you guys are on a budget, I would never recommend somebody buying a Benchmade knife, mostly because of the attitude of their business and what they stand for. Just very much against that myself. They're very high price production knives. You can get a better made knife from somebody like Spyderco. So Spyderco does a better job with production. That one that was, looks like the Griptilian Benchmade is the DP8 129BK. And if you're looking for a folding knife, there's really no reason to buy into the tactical folding knife hype if you're looking for one of these kind of knives. This has the flipper tab on there, opens great, little gentleman's knife. It's got the offset red spacers in there, really poor quality powder coat paint job on here, kind of like some clumping and whatnot. But something that I noticed, because I do this for a living, not most people are gonna notice that. Knife is very sharp, okay? Great factory edge. This is probably, if you can get this knife for $10, you're in business, okay? This is a beautiful knife for $10. I can't even start to source materials for $10 a knife. So these guys are able to really do something. No reason, you know, for no reason you can't carry a knife like this to open boxes. Again, self-defense, I do not recommend that anybody carries a folding knife for self-defense. I'd never recommend that. Very bad idea. Don't bet your life on something that you have to use small, you know, fine motor skills to get it up and get it out and all that kind of stuff. Not a great idea. Let's continue right along. The mother of all Olights, okay? I have a really awesome flashlight that I'm going to show you in a future video because I'm going to do a head-to-head compare and contrast with this. This is the Javelette Pro 2. I'm so excited about getting out and testing this flashlight, guys. I am so excited. This is a monster flashlight that I am just, like I say, I'm just super, super excited about testing. Olight usually has, they usually put a little battery protector over their battery. This is rechargeable, a ton of lumen. Let's say, I'm not going to say that I've had the perfect experience with Olight, but I will say that I have had a decent experience with Olight, and their build quality just seems to be absolutely incredible. Okay, absolutely incredible build quality. And yeah, like I say, so they usually put one of those little things over there that it's like a little protector that keeps the flashlight from discharging or the battery from discharging. And then from here, it should be able to be turned on. So yeah, you know, pretty bright, pretty bright. You can definitely tell that that's in there as far as the brightness goes. We'll see, it's not charged, so I don't know how charged it is because it's, you know, it comes, they usually come pretty charged, but it's not fully charged or anything like that. Another knife here, guys. This one is from Odin Wolf. I've done extensive testing with Odin Wolf knives. There's tons of Odin Wolf videos here on the channel. Guys, Odin Wolf does a good job. They do a good job for the price. They are better than Chinese quality. So Odin Wolf, this is a really cool bushcraft knife. If you guys are looking for a bushcraft knife, this is a cool one here. And the sheath, I'm already looking at the sheath. They did a good job with this one. Odin Wolf does a pretty good job. Depending on their price point, I don't think they'll ever be able to compete at a price point of over $100. So if their knives jump up over $100, I don't think they'll ever be able to compete at that price point. But if anything that I've seen that they offer that's under $100, if you can get it for under $100, they're hard to beat. This particular Odin Wolf is the Ambulo, and it is a hunting knife, and it's a sharp-looking hunting knife, guys, so it's going to be hard to beat. VOTAGOO. Okay, so let's check this out here. What is this? Oh, okay, here we go. Fanny pack. Pretty cool. Let's see. There's definitely a place for fanny packs in the tactical community. Anybody who has done any kind of operationally will know that there's a big place for fanny packs. I like that this one's probably big enough to hold binoculars. I'm also going to say there may be some fanny pack possibility coming soon from Bone Tactical. Don't get too excited because I'm not going to tell you anything else about it. But there's definitely a big place for fanny packs. This one's pretty cool so far. I relatively like what I see. I want to see the buckles is what really is important. Okay, so the buckles actually look pretty good. That's the biggest thing I look for is the attachment systems. This one looks like it can be worn maybe as a chest rig potentially, or as a, yeah, I think you can do like the crossways one with this, or you can wear it as a regular fanny pack. Pretty cool. This actually looks pretty nice. So this is going to go into the testing phase here. That's a pretty cool, pretty sweet little fanny pack. ITEL, ITEHL, water purifier. Okay. Water purification is huge, guys. Water purification is just huge. This one, I think they said that it can do RO, and I'm really excited about getting into this thing. There's no way I can set up this whole water purifier in this video because it's an unboxing video. So I'm just mentioning the fact that you guys should check this out, because I'm gonna have to do extensive testing on this, because if it does what they say it is, I'm super impressed. This seems like an absolutely awesome. I think it can even do like salt water, might be reverse osmosis. So we're gonna have to get into what this thing can do. I'm not gonna make any claims here, because I'm not gonna say what it can do and what it can't do until I actually test it. But I'm really excited to get this ITEHL water purifier tested in future videos. Again, all this stuff is gonna be linked in the description below. So definitely stay tuned for any of this stuff that you want to see more of. Here's a couple holsters. Now this is snappyholster.com. Snappy Holster, SNAPPYHOLSTER.com. I'm going to put a link in the description below. Really excited to get these out. Comment below, guys, if you want me to do a holster shootout video of like 100 different holsters. You guys want me to do that and show you all the best holsters that there are on the market? Comment below and I'll do that. I'll do testing for you guys, compare and contrast between all the best holsters on the market if you guys want me to, but only if you guys want me to. So here we've got some self-defense stuff from POM Industries, P-O-M Industries. And they market themselves as, you know, having self-defense stuff. So this is pepper spray here, and it's 10% OC with UV dye. So what I really like about these is that they have the UV dye in there. You know, I make the world's most effective edged weapons self-defense tools, specifically self-defense tools, and a lot of people don't realize that pepper spray may not save your life, okay? If you're getting assaulted by somebody who's been to prison and they get used to OC spray, I've seen so many guys also with like, they're just have mental issues, or there's really tough criminals, hardcore dudes, that OC spray really doesn't affect them. There's guys that they say you can eat it for breakfast in prison. So really a lot that you don't understand and realize goes into looking at some, POM Industries pepper spray like this. But the UV aspect of these, what does that mean? That means that if I have this UV, dye or paint in here, at least the person that I spray, if I'm using this as a self-defense, if I'm betting my life on this only, then I'm going to spray them, and then when they kill me, the police may be able to find them later on, because they'll see the pepper spray jug around, they'll see that it has UV light, and then they'll be able to test the suspect later on. So that's a big plus. I do like that it has that in there. I'm also really excited to test out this EDC 29 from Nitecore. This is another flashlight. Now the big flashlight from Olight that you guys saw, that is a light that I'm going to be using for like compound security, home base flashlight, using maybe vehicle based, but huge flashlight, really powerful searchlight type thing where you go get it from your bedroom. That's what you keep next to the bed, or you keep in your truck. This one is potentially an EDC light. And what I really, really like about this is the size and the shape. And it is shaped like it's, like a knife, I guess. And it has a pocket clip like a knife. And I really like that, because this is actually something that I could, carry. I could see myself carrying. Oh, that's bright. My goodness. Wow, that is awesome. Okay. I am a huge fan. It's got like it says how many lumens. My goodness, 6,500 lumens. So, okay, Nitecore EDC 29. I am stoked about this, guys. There's not many flashlights where I'm saying like, hey, I'm going to carry this probably. This is one of them. I am stoked about this. Okay, guys, because it's flat like that, and you can. It's pretty big, but for the amount of light that you're getting, that's a lot of light. That in and of itself. If I hit somebody with that light and I have a bone breaker in my hand, well, I think I'm pretty much sold out of just about all the bone breakers right at the time of making this video. But if I had a bone breaker in my hand, like this old big nasty here, so if I hit you with that light, boom, and distract you for a second, I can get that flashlight in one hand, force multiplier in the other. That's a pretty good self-defense combo for me. Let's see what we got here. Kamimoto. Oh, tactical gloves. Oh, they're pretty much direct copy of the Oakley tactical gloves, which were pretty much the greatest tactical gloves of all time for a long time, if they're not still. And yeah, these are awesome. I think I saw these on Amazon too when I was looking the other day for a pair. Whoa, those knuckle protection, cool, very cool. I like these a lot. So Kamimoto tactical gloves, I already like them a lot. Really, really cool. Sorry, Oakley, your stuff's way too overpriced. They're definitely not the build quality of Oakley, but I'm just noticing the buckle's not that strong of build quality, but everything else looks pretty good so far. So, pretty awesome, guys. Like I told you, this is a massive massive unboxing here. Tons of stuff here. Oh, another dispatch knife. Who wants to see another knife? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. This dispatch knife is the DP 8030 BK. And what is this one? This one's pretty fancy. Pretty fancy. Oh, look at all skeletonized and everything. Cool. Definitely a gas station knife. I don't even think the lock works. Lock doesn't even work at all. Look at this, guys. Okay, there it goes. Wow. The quality on these is just horrible. But they work. I mean, you can. There's intangibles that you can tell when you're a knife maker and you build quality tools all the time and you pick up a knife. You can just feel cheap materials and shoddy workmanship, and that's what you get with these dispatch knives. But they're cheap, guys. They're dirt cheap, and we can't compete with China for making stuff cheap. And they don't even make good stuff in the U.S. anymore. So who the heck are we to talk about China? Because they're making better quality and cheaper stuff than we do. All right, these are some LED lights, and I'm excited about these because I'm going to use them in my workshop build. It's going to be, I can't show you anything special about this light. I'm going to have to install it. So ILC Tech BR Mesh, and we're going to have to, again, get these head-to-head. I got a bunch of lights from Lumery, and then I got these ILC Tech lights that we're going to be putting head-to-head in some future videos. Okay, Kamimoto, they sent another pair of gloves. This one's green, same ones. Pretty cool. I do like the gloves, and I always keep, if I can, I always keep a set of EDC gloves in my EDC backpack. In my Gray Mountain Operations pack, I always have that if I can. So this is really interesting as far as like survival food and stuff goes. My biggest gripe with a lot of you guys that are preppers out there, and you'll see when I sell my ultimate survival kit that comes ready to pack and I pack it, being a knowledgeable survival, I don't want to say expert, I hate using the term, but a person who knows about survival. One of the biggest things, people think they're going to carry MREs and all this heavy stuff. Well, weight's the biggest deal. And then the other thing is the prep time so you're going to carry an MRE is very heavy. Or you're going to carry something that's like a Mountain House meal that you actually you can't just eat it like it is. You have to actually stop and prepare it. So this is something you just add water to, you shake it, and you drink it. 700 calorie complete meal rec pack. Super stoked about that. I don't care if it tastes good. I'll let you know if it tastes good. But what's the deal? This weighs nothing, and it's a full meal, 700 calories, right? If I could live on one of these a day if I absolutely had to. 3 of these a day, I probably won't even lose any weight. And if I do 2 of them a day, I can probably maintain my body weight on 2 of these a day. So I'm super stoked about this. We're going to do some camping and outdoor testing stuff. But if you guys want to add something to your Like you buy the EDC Ultimate Survival Bag from me. It's got a bar in there, a meal ready to eat bar. Because of the price, I don't put stuff like this in there because it would just jack the price way up. But if you guys wanted to add something to your preparedness bag, I highly recommend that you add something like this rec pack, because just add water, guys, and then you've got your meal. If you're in a survival situation, there's a good chance that you're gonna be what we call, running and gunning. You're gonna be on the move. You're not gonna wanna have to stop and make a meal. And so that there's a huge opportunity for market for that, I would say. It's a great thing to have those rec packs. Moving right along, Warrior Land. I believe this is a holster company. This is a light bearing. If you guys want to be super tactical, IWB, that comes with its own light bearing holster. Save you some money because you can have your IWB light bearing holster with the light. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool option. So this is from Warrior Land, and that means you don't have to worry about having to go get a custom holster, because what happens when you put your light on your gun, right? A lot of times what happens? Well, it will often take away your potential to use a holster, because if you've got a holster like one of these snappy holsters, obviously, how are you going to put your pistol in there with a light on it? So what Warrior Land came along and did is they made a holster that comes complete. So if you have a Glock, for example, you buy this box, one box, and you've got your light and your holster that you can use for concealed carry and have a light on there. I highly recommend people that are serious about carrying a firearm to carry a weapon light on their firearm, because especially in the United States, because if you shoot something at night with your night sights and you're not super keyed in on what it is, if you don't identify that target first and you make a mistake and you shoot the wrong thing or the wrong person, you're screwed. You're going to prison. So great tip is to, if you're serious about carrying a firearm, carry one with a light on it, because a lot of your stuff is actually going to happen at night. Self-defense situations are going to happen at night or in low light areas, because people that are going to be attacking you, they're predator type people, and they're always looking for any advantage they can get. And a predator or a predatory type person is going to be trying to attack you in the dark or get the slip on you. So having a light bearing holster is a really big deal. Then the next thing is a light on your firearm, a weapons light. The next thing up is a red dot or some sort of an optic on your pistol, because now you're able to identify the target, and then it's easier to shoot with one of these little guys. Now I'm glad Olight threw their hat in the ring, because they are a Chinese company, Chinese manufactured, with a little bit higher attention to detail than the other guys. So I'm gonna test out this sight. But I'm really happy that Olight threw their hat in the ring. And I will recommend this, because I've worked a lot with Olight guys. I will recommend this for you guys. If you're gonna go all hardcore, get a light on your weapon. You can get this Warrior Land. I'll tag it in the description below. The light and the holster, boom, then you're ready to go. You can carry like a boss, like a pro, with your light on there. And then you're gonna have to change out the slide on your Glock so that you can put this sight on there, right? And then you're really good to go. I recommend using one of these co-witnessed, but with suppressor height night sights. But I also can highly recommend this, because what happens, even if this doesn't turn on for some reason, or you don't have time to turn it on, or it doesn't light up, it doesn't matter. You can still use if you're within 7 yards, you shouldn't even need to look at your sights. I don't, at that kind of an engagement range, I'm able to shoot very accurately just by the feel of my pistol. And then from there, I can use the co-witness, I can use the night sights, suppressor height night sights along with that, right? So really just a triple proof system you don't have to worry about. These are accessories, so you can mount it on different, RMR. It's an RMR footprint, so you just buy the RMR slide from Lone Wolf, for example. You swap that out, and then you're really hardcore prepared EDC guy with your Glock. You've got your weapons light on there, and then you've got your red dot. So you're the cool guy, and then you're super prepared. This is from URF lamp, and it is a headlight flashlight. So, you know, these are cool. They're a little gimmicky, but they're cool. And if you ever have done anything by yourself, ever, you'll know the huge importance of a headlamp. I put rechargeable headlamps in my kits that I sell. You guys know that, in my survival kits that I sell. And I have my own Bone Tactical now. We're making our own specific Bone Tactical brand headlamps that are amazing. And so I would highly recommend getting one of those. But if you've done anything on your own or any kind of adventures, then you'll know the huge importance of a headlamp, because if you can't hold that flashlight when you're working on something, that flashlight is not necessarily as useful as you might think it will be, first off, and then second off, it's very frustrating when you can't get the light where you need it, especially when you need to use both hands or having to put a flashlight in your mouth. Oh, this is really cool. Check this out. Very cool. River Road duffel bag. Very cool. A lot of times I've traveled all over the world. I've been traveling my whole life. Done all kinds of different work and all over, and I'm a perfectionist. You guys know that. And I love efficiency and being absolutely as good. Everything I do, I want to be the best at it. And so when I travel, I've got I've got streamlined my EDC kit and gear. I don't think I have a backpack over here behind me. But I have my Gray Man Operations pack. It's the perfect carry-on. It goes anywhere I go, urban environments, rural. I just pull the backpack cover out, camo, and put it on there. Amazing. But when I want extra space, a lot of times I don't want to carry, if I'm not specifically going to an airport, I don't want a roller bag. So what would I want? A duffel bag, but not a giant duffel bag, just a duffel bag for a weekend trip or a duffel bag for a couple-week trip that I can put some clothes in and my hygiene items and not have to put all that stuff when it's more than I want to carry in my EDC bag, and I don't want to take EDC stuff out of my EDC bag. I want to carry stuff that's not line 1 gear or line 2 gear, stuff that I don't have to have on me, not the most important stuff. Where do I carry that? This is a great Gray Man applicable duffel bag for that. And I specifically asked them to send me this because it doesn't really say much about me. It's clean, it's nice, it's sharp, but it doesn't make me look like the richest man in the world. You can't tell what I'm doing. It doesn't really necessarily make me look like I'm going to be a hardcore mountain athlete. It's not a really expensive, Gregory brand or whatever the heck you guys are using these days, but it's discreet and it can be used in a broad range. I can go to the office with this, I can go to the gym with this, I can go anywhere with this. Really, really cool accessory, often overlooked, is a high quality duffel bag that doesn't look like crap or like junk, but also doesn't look too fancy as to where it's gonna make me a target. If I'm going to a third world country, of course, I'm not gonna look like a poor person in a third world country with anything, but these bags don't make me look like the richest. If there's some other Americans around or some other European descent Caucasian men like myself, then I'm gonna maybe not be the one that sticks out as a target. And I like that about this. It allows me to be more successful utilizing the real Gray Man theory. If you're not aware of the real Gray Man theory, definitely check that out. Very cool rubber bottom here. Again, River Road, very, very excited about this. This almost looks like a tool bag, but it looks definitely nice enough that where I can carry it just about anywhere. I really, really like these two bags. Very excited about putting them into my travel needs. I would highly recommend, just off the rip, looking at the build quality of those. Sometimes I work with a company and I seek them out, so they send me stuff. Sometimes they seek me out. With this River Road, I told them, hey, I automatically like these bags. If I open them and they look quality like what they look like on your website, we're doing good. We're good to go. So send me a couple of those bags. They sent them to me, and I'm going to throw them into testing, but they sent them to me because I like them. LA Police Gear. I've been working with LA Police Gear for a long time, and I like all of their stuff that they've sent me. It's kind of a weird name for the company, I know, but these, I'm super, super excited about these tactical jeans here because it looks like they have what could be, magazine holsters, but they look, so we're talking about the real Gray Man theory, stretch jeans, boom, for the win. extra, you know, super low key, big legs. So tactical and these pants, and this is the theme of the day right here. So this is we're going to call this the Real Gray Man Theory unboxing, because this is the kind of stuff that's highly translatable across a broad array of environments and stuff that really works just about anywhere. River Road, LA Police Gear Tactical Jeans. These are not your 511 tactical pants that make you look like a fool with all your stuff all over them, but these are heavy duty, hardcore, really heavy stitching, and they've got all your pockets for your mags. If SHTF, you can throw all that stuff in there, but nobody looking at you is going to be none the wiser. Nobody's going to be able to tell just from looking at you what these are for. So I'm super excited about getting these LA Police Gear jeans into the works. Very cool, guys. Bravo to you guys at LA Police Gear. The idea is here. I will have to tell you now, going into implementation, whether they work or not. So this is the LAPG Terrain Flex Straight Fit jeans. So this is the straight fit Terrain Flex. Okay. And this other one here is the Relax Fit. So the Relax Fit does look a little bit baggier. I'd recommend that probably for the bigger guys. And then when we're talking about pants that do not help you against being profiled, this is what we're talking about here. This is kind of the pants that you don't want to wear. This is a company that sent me these, Outdoor Tactical Clothing. They sell them on TikTok, and they're just cheaply made. Really, they look like they fit terrible because they're so skinny in the weird areas and real short here in the crotch. So very just cheap material. These are supposedly ripstop, and they make you look like an idiot with all these pockets, like you're trying to act like you're in the military. Come on, guys, this is what you want to stray away from. Look at the weird shape and size of these pockets on the back. Just pure junk, guys. They asked me to feature these in my videos. I said, sure, send them over, I'll feature them. All right, so this is, this is some guy's name in China. I don't even remember what the name of this company is, but this is the belt that you don't want to wear, trying to look like it's a Cobra buckle off of a Huey or an Apache. Anyway. Great example of what an intelligent, prepared individual, a real tactical level 4 or higher would, tactical skill level, elite tactical, high tactical skill level guy would wear would be those LA Police Gear jeans. And then what your low level guy would wear would be some pants that look like you're trying to, you know, cargo pants or whatever tactical, traditional 511 guy tactical pants. This is something I'm very excited about because I didn't want to buy a really big humidor. So somebody offered to send me a really big humidor, and that pretty much made my day when they said, hey, you guys, do you want to review this humidor? And I said, is a frog's rear end watertight? In other words, yes. Don't mind if I do. If you can see my vacation shorts, please excuse my vacation shorts. It's Christmas Day, and I'm taking this break to do this with you guys. Oh yeah. I am excited about this. This is not going to be, this is not going to be I'm not going to be able to install this and do all the work today, just one day, right? This is going to have to be a future video where I go through and compare and contrast this stuff, you know, show you the humidor that I'm using now, put the cigars in, all that kind of stuff, or I'll probably put the cigars in here. But this is electric. And let's see, the biggest test that we need to do right away is tell if this is genuine Spanish cedar or not. The look test, it's passing the look test, looks like genuine Spanish cedar. It is not the variety of cedar that is aromatic, which is unfortunate, okay? Very unfortunate. The humidors that I sell are aromatic Spanish cedar, and this is just some sort of a red cedar. It is not genuine Spanish cedar. Very unfortunate, but it is cedar, of a red cedar of some sort. So it's not, it doesn't have a smell. It's not going to take away from the cigar, but it's not going to add that little aged in Spanish cedar, slight hint of Spanish cedar that a elite level humidor like the ones I make will give you. Unfortunate. I'm super excited to see how this works as an electric humidor, because the humidor that I'm using, you have to actually like use the inserts. Maybe you just plug this in and don't have to do anything to it. I don't know. You probably still have to put some kind of distilled water into it or something like that. We'll see. Stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below. Let me know what your favorite thing was out of this whole video, and let me know what you're most excited to see more of. Stay tuned so I can keep these kind of videos coming for you guys. Thanks for watching. Bo now.